Well, looks like a good day to burn to me. Got a fair amount of rain down here. Got 5 gallons of diesel fuel. I'm gonna put it here in the bucket and walk over here, set that back pile on fire. That way I'm not in the ashes of this one. That one should start on fire pretty quickly. And I come up here and set this one on fire. It's got a lot of that green stuff from what I just cleared, but there is a lot of dry stuff over here on the left. Wind should be blowing in that direction. We'll see if I'm right once I get started. Got the fire started over here, and I'm just taking some of the stuff and piling it up. Get a good hot spot going there, and I'm gonna go over there and start the other big pile on fire. This stuff's a little wet. I remember getting so much dirt in it. Maybe it's just because everything's kind of rotted down some. Trying to remember where the stuff comes from. It's definitely not the cleanest pile in the world, but it's still pretty dry out there. So I'll burn it, rake through it, bury whatever's left. Well, I know it's all rotted down, like I said, probably the pine straw. It just seems like a lot of junk in here. This pile might have been here longer than that. Might have been here a couple of years. I think I built that last one last time. Didn't burn it because it was so dry. Can't remember. I do remember that everything was absolutely aggravating to burn here just because there's so much just little junk. Ended up with a pile of grass and dirt, and I think that's what I got right here. There's some logs in it. Alright, I'm gonna let the fire do what it's gonna do there. Grab my bucket of go-go juice here, hopefully not break it, and then go over here and start this pile on fire. Alright, got some bamboo here. Pretty dry, so that should catch up pretty good, and some old shelving or something. Just kind of pick through here. I just looked at my phone, and of course the wind pattern has changed from the way it was supposed to be from yesterday. Supposed to be blowing from the east, now it's blowing from the north, which is going to kind of push it south a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. As long as it's not blowing behind me. It can blow either that way, or that way. I just don't need it to go that way. I don't want to smoke out the little subdivision over there. Well, I was hiding behind this pile I couldn't see, but it appears that pile over there is burning just dandy now. Trying to see what's going on here. If I can get all this stuff picked up. I'm trying to remember, it's been so long since I've been here, trying to remember what all was going on, but evidently there was an old burn pile because some of this stuff is half burnt. Well, we've got a stump there now. Oh yeah, that looks nice and dry. Take some of that, just ease it down right there. Stacking this up, and that should just kind of get nice and hot and burn right through, and I'm hoping just kind of get into that green stuff. Maybe once it gets burning good I can pile some on there, that way it does catch up, and then I can kind of figure out what's going on right here. I think this was just a pile of hodgepodge junk that just got pushed up. It doesn't look like a lot of stuff in there that's going to burn. Oh, I see bees. Oh, definitely got into the bees. Well, they're about to get burned up. Oh. Good day to have the cab. Mr. Turtle. We gotta say Mr. Turtle. Where'd Mr. Turtle go? Put you over here in the weeds. Alright, be free, little buddy. I think he was in there somewhere. Alright, I'm gonna go over there and see what I need to do to the other pile and let this catch up. That one's starting up pretty good, getting nice and hot in there. This one's definitely doing really good. It's hardly even smoking. I'm just gonna kind of leave it alone and just let it just kind of keep burning through the pile there as it goes, and then just kind of take this and just keep shoving it up and keeping everything stacked nice and tight there. I did move the 350 over there out of the way so the ashes wouldn't fall on it. Winds. What little bit of wind there is kind of drifting that way, but as long as it stays going up in the air like that, I'm fine with it. Well, this pile's burning down good, at least where I piled it up on top of that. I'm gonna try to get some of this green stuff burning a little better. Lay it over onto the pile. Hopefully send up smoke signals to the next county. When I put all this stuff in here with the 350, it's packed in here. I can't pick up the same grapplefuls. It's kind of in grapples, but that thing will pick up about twice as much as what this thing will. Over here so it'll get to cooking. So, one more, and I'm gonna kind of back up out of the way and let it do what it's gonna do. That gets to burning. I want to try to push the top of that pile over. So that it kind of gets into that pile a little better. It burnt really good beside it, but I kind of want all that to get going good too. So I'll do that and kind of go around the edge and take all that stuff and shove it over here. Got the air conditioning on a little more, getting a little warm over here. Just kind of shove all this stuff up. Keep the fire nice and hot. Does kind of dry some of this mess out so that you can kind of plug through it a little better. Stuff's just pretty much turned to powder. It's sitting there so long. I'm trying to burn mulch now. This is just going to get raked through with the excavator and the rake over there, and whatever's big get pulled out. The rest is just going to get spread out and buried with all the dirt from the pond. I'm going to fill this whole area in with dirt. Appears that is going to catch up pretty good, so I'm going to let it do what it's going to do. Well, this has gone pretty good. The whole pile is pretty much burning now. That one over there, I'm going to leave it alone, let it burn down. So been here about 2.5 hours, and that brush is really going down. So I'm going to leave it like that, let it just sit here and burn the rest of the day, and probably come back tomorrow, restack it, and maybe do a little bit more clearing. All right, so we got all the cross ties for the horse arena. Robert spent yesterday, better part of yesterday, out here unloading them off the trailer and drilling holes in every single one of them for the rebar. So these are upside down, so that was normally the way they do go. As you can see, the plates where the rails were attached, end up taking them, flipping them upside down, and they still look pretty good on this side. So when we install them, they'll all be facing up this way, and it'll cover all these up. But we had put holes in each end for all the rebar, so he worked on that yesterday while it was wet. Take the mini excavator, go ahead and load them onto the trailer and take them up there, get them unloaded along with all the fabric, and we're going to square up the arena. That way when the weather is dry again, I can go ahead and get started on this. Well, we made it with the help of the skid steer, towing it up the hill. It's a little wet and slick up here, and that's a fair amount of weight. So got the fabric. I'm gonna go ahead and unload that, set that over here. Haven't even walked up here to see how well this drained, but it appears that it did drain. I don't see too much washing. We had, I don't know how many inches of rain we had, but it's squishy. It looks like everything drained good. That's always a good sign. Got a little bit of washing right there, which is kind of what I figured. Coming down this is soft. And this is what I was a little bit worried about right here by the barn pad. I'm probably going to have to maybe cut that out a little bit lower, as the barn needs to be raised up so that this water doesn't run into the barn, but it needs to run over there. So I might have to trim that out just a little bit more. Not too big of a deal. It looks like it might have been about a ½ inch, 3/4 of an inch low right here, but no, I'm happy with it. Looks like everything drained well, and got some erosion right here, but once the railroad ties are put in, that will eliminate that. Let's get this trailer unloaded. All right, got all the railroad ties unloaded. I just laid the fabric up there so it wouldn't be on the ground. Some of it's missing plastic, and it gets really, really heavy if it sits there and soaks up a lot of water. So maybe it'll stay a little bit drier there. It is really, really wet out here, so definitely no grading work until probably need a good 2 or 3 days of dry weather before I can do anything else. So we're going to, while I got Robert here, re-square this thing now that I've got everything cut down, and that way all I have to do is roll out fabric when it's dry enough and start getting screenings hauled in here.